Yahweh said to Abram, after the lot is separated, lift up your eyes and look from the place where you are, north and south and east and west. For all the land which you see, I'll give to you and your descendants forever. I'll make your descendants as the dust of the earth. So the divorce can be counted, the dust of the earth, the descendants also can be counted. Arise, walk through the length and the breadth of the land, for I will give it to you. So Abram moved his tent and came and dwelt by the oaks of Mount Ray, which are at Hebron, and he built an altar to Yahweh. Now, of course, we're going to find out that by the time Abram has made his whole circuit, how big is the land? Well, it goes from the river of Egypt, which is where the Suez Canal is now, to the great river, the river Euphrates, right? And this corresponds to the size of the empire of David, right? So that today, when the Jews speak of Greater Judea and Samaria, the Arab nations go crazy. Yeah. Why? When the Prime Minister of Israel says Greater Judea and Samaria, why do the Arab nations say Israel is an aggressor that has expansionist goals and has ever since it was founded in 1948? Because they've added the Gaza Strip down to the river of Egypt, haven't they? They've added the Sinai Peninsula and the Southern Desert, and they've added the west bank of the Jordan River over to the Jordan itself. But remember, the empire crossed the Jordan, it covered Ammon, Moab, and Edom, so it covered all the way to the edge of the Arabian Desert, and all the way up to the Euphrates, which means what? There goes Lebanon, Syria, half of Iraq. Have these nations missed that?
No, they haven't, because...
Well, listen, if you only have a nation of 1.5 million people, and you've got 10 million Jews or so living elsewhere who are supposed to be coming to Israel, and you're taking in 3,000 to 5,000, as many as 10,000 a week, yeah, there's no room. What do you have to do? Expand. And when you keep saying that what we want is Greater Judea and Samaria, it's no secret what you're saying. You're saying we want to take over Syria. We want to drive the Syrians out just like we drove out the Palestinians. And we want to take over Lebanon. And we want to drive out the Lebanese. And we want to take over Iraq. This war began in chapter 12.
Yes.
Abraham didn't have a son, he had Lot, his adopted son, his nephew. He kept trying to get sons and how to do it. He created the Arabs. And then he created the Jews. Right? And then there was trouble.